Now I would like to explain and demonstrate about the coding logic and program of how we are going to be convert number of days into years, that is number of years, and number of weeks, and also the remaining days. So this is the given problem. So what he is given number of days. For example, let us consider they are given 1329 days, right? So and how many years in this one, right? How many years in this 1329, and the remaining after deducting the years, how many weeks, the remaining weeks of the days, and again after deducting the weeks also, how many number of days in this number. So this is the problem actually. So we know that to write the code, what actually we need or request is, we know that declaration, the declaration is taken last. The first one is the input, and next processing and output. Here we can understand the problem is given input as the number of days, right? We can think about the processing logic. The output is number of years and number of weeks and number of days. So for that reason, here I am going to be considered, right, 365 days per year and 7 days per 1 week. 1 week has consisting of 7 days and 365 days per 1 year. Based on this one, I am going to be write a program simply, that is the years. Suppose this is the processing logic. Years I am going to take the 365, that is number of days given, that is 1321 days divided by 365. We know that in C language, slash is a integer division, so nothing to be a problem. How many years in the years? How many years is there in the days is loaded into the years. Next, we are going to be consider weeks. Please remember carefully to calculate the weeks. What I do is actually, so I am going to get the days remainder modulus of 365, right? Days modulus of 365. So it will giving the after division of 365, the remaining days within the year, this is divided by 7, because we know that there are 7 days per week. So suppose we are going to be right 1329 remainder 365. So the remainder may have the suppose 25 days. Let us consider, just I am expecting, not actually. So in 7 3 is 21. So there are 3 weeks within this the remaining days. Now how many remaining days are there? For again days, what I do is days minus, so that is 1329 minus years into 365, right? Years into 365 plus weeks into 7. So number of years into 365 days plus number of weeks into 7. These two are added, and that is subtracted from 1329. The remaining days are there. So I hope this is the actual processing logic, and output is the years, weeks, and number of days. The input is the number of days we are taken. I will demonstrate this program in C online compiler. Please look at me, right? Wait a minute. So I am going to be take online C compiler. In online C compiler, I am going to be consider the GDB compiler. Please wait, it is loading. It will take a certain time, right? Okay, it is loaded. Now I am going to be removing all these things. I am also removing all these things to speed up our processing. We know that with the hash include our C language coding is begun. So I am not going to be type anything, any declaration, right? So now I take the input. So to get the input, now I am going to write the printf statement, printf enter number of days at backslash n. We know that backslash n is the escape sequence, and we keep the comma, which indicate the termination of the particular statement. So the scanf is a input function. So the days always in the integer percentage d comma. I am going to be use ampersand symbol days, right? The number of for the days variable. Now I am going to be calculate the years. Years equal to, I am going to write it as days divided by 365. We already discussed that 365 days are considered as 1 year. Next, I am going to be write weeks. How I am going to write weeks means actually, so days modulus of 365, right? That is the remainder value of number of days, right? Divided by 7. So this is the number of weeks. What are the remaining days? Again, days is calculated as equal to days minus, how I am going to write? I am going to take one more parenthesis or bracket, right? Uh, years into 365, right? This is the first condition, plus again weeks into 7, right? So these two are added and removed from the remaining days that will be created, right? Now I am going to be print the output. So this is the input, and this part is the processing logic, and finally I write the output from here, right? Printf, right? Number of years percentage d, percentage d in, I'm going to be start one more d, why I'm going to be write uh, percentage in d days backslash n. I'm going to be write like that. So here I'm going to write years, right? And another I am going to write d. Why I'm going to write d means I just modify that day contains the days. So for our understanding, I'm going to write this one. So the D contains days. So here D I am going to write 130 days consist of a number of years, right? How many number of years? We will let us discuss next. Printf, I'm going to write number of weeks, weeks uh, is percentage D in uh, in percentage D days after percentage D days. So I am going to write here as like that. So this is I'm going to write week, and I'm also write on one expression that is D reminder. Uh, rem- how I am going to write actually reminder 365 D reminder days, right? Finally, I'm going to write printf, right? Number of remaining days is percentage D in days, in percentage D days. Okay, now I'm going to write it as that is days comma D. So this is over. Now I am going to be declare the variables. So what I am going to be use the days percentage D integer, the D also days. So this is also integer, years integer, weeks also integer. So now here I am going to be declare all of the integers, right? Int days, comma D, comma years, comma weeks, right? The coding section is over. Now I try to run this one to check any errors. Suppose is there any errors? No errors. So here it will be printing the output screen. Enter the number of days. I'm going to write 1329. 1329 days I'm going to be entered. So number of years is 3 years in 39, 1329 days. Number of weeks is 33 in 224 days, and it is like that number of remaining days is 3 in 1329 days. So here what why it is that is percentage the weeks. Here I am going to forget to keep the backslash n. We know that the backslash n is a escape sequence which transfer the program control to the next line. Now I am going to be right. So again 1330 or 1350 or 1470. I am going to 1417. 72 days I am going to be considered, right? 4 years in 1472 days, and 1 week in 12 days, and 5 days in 1472 days. The remaining days, right? Suppose again, this is the program. I hope you can understand this one. Thank you.